You know what I've not done? I haven't seen a movie in over a year. I don't think I need to say this, but there was this teeny tiny itty bitty event called finally downloading a decent torrent client. Oh, also a global fucking pandemic. Anyway, a year after seeing Tenet, one of my friends calls me like, "Hey, wanna see a movie called Old?" Old? Google it. And I do. And at first, I am absolutely terrified because that poster is the most boring thing I've ever seen, but my hope in humanity is restored as I see a 5 out of 10 on IMDb. Then I'm overjoyed because I see a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and as the final home run, I see a 55% on Metacritic. I know that watching a movie with reviews such terrible is a lottery ticket with the homies. But then, my eyes catch who the director is. It's M. Night Shyamalan. Uncle Shammy. Good lord, I was in like that. Like a stoner ritual, we meet up in front of the theater with sweatpants, bucket hats, a short guy, and a tall guy, and we go in ready for war.
Let's go. In and out. 20 minutes adventure.
Here we see a man who's left the theater traumatized by an unreasonable amount of underage ass, and terrified by the idea that he could wake up one morning with a wrinkly, 80-year-old penis, dementia, and racism.
I couldn't tell you that Old by M. Night Shyamalan is a bad movie, but I couldn't tell you that it's a good movie either. And somehow, it's also not a mid movie. It's just an M. Night Shyamalan movie. M. Night Shyamalan cannot be rated by critics. He cannot be criticized, even though sometimes the decisions he makes are absolutely god-awful. Awful. Mid-sized sedan? Really? I'ma give you a moment to think. Yeah, that was a parody on a rapper. Alt's premise obviously has some originality in it, but it's also a giant hint that M. Night Shyamalan has finally reached the Adam Sandler part of his career, and he's taking $50 million vacations to tropical islands and making a movie on the side. Because Uncle Shammy is the Michael Bay of pretentious supernatural movies. Old is obviously full of cliches, and the script feels like it hasn't been reviewed by anyone under 40. Mid-sized sedan. The main characters who are getting slaughtered on their vacation are a family of two parents trying to get secretly divorced and their children who have no fucking clue what's going on. Trent has this lazy character quirk where he goes around asking everybody's name and occupation, which is, you know, a pretty easy way to get some quick characterization and don't waste any time on finding out who the main characters are. But it's also so lazy and it's obvious. Exactly what I'd expect from M. Night Shyamalan. The entire movie I was just sitting strapped in my chair trying to predict what the plot twist was going to be. I thought it was going to be something with aliens or ghosts or some ancient tribe, but was actually just a pharmaceutical company trying to research medicine pretty fast and save a lot of lives. The cinematography is really bland. Like at the start when all the lights went off, I was wondering, why? Isn't this just like an ad for a travel agency or like some antidepressants? It's a tropical island and it looks bland. There are some really good shots, like the one at the peak of the movie where Trent and Maddox are running into a cave and come across that woman who thinks she's a model. Like I said at the start, Old ain't bad, ain't good, and not something you could rate. Definitely laughed at a lot of the scary moments, for example when the baby died, so the movie passes Dr. Hobo-Brenner's anal probation test. If the aliens kidnapped the Blu-ray, they could fit their machinery deep inside its cavities. Fun fact number 1, I thought about this video and made it all while eating a brownie. Surprisingly, there were no magical substances in it, but it was a pretty decent brownie. Okay, goodbye.